Oh my gosh! Every time I try and like switch to being live to like catch Erin out for laughing, she's just like stone cold. I'm so impressed.
The fun thing is that's 2 for 2 tonight, where you've been thrown off and not me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a machine. You could be forged in a
Nope.
If anyone wants to sleuth out what the hell we're talking about, go to the Wikipedia page for Tim Tam biscuits and try to figure it out. It's about a quarter of the way down the page. That's where it all started.
Oh dear. You have escaped the skull radishes, which I think is the most Legend of Zelda enemy that I've made you fight so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's neat.
It's just a shame none of us had a sword.
Yeah, right. Hey, well, one of us did have a sword.
Ro has a
Oh.
sword. He just never uses it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's
Okay, two of us have swords.
Yep, exactly. All right. So, after that, you reach the ghost gum.
The ghost what?
The ghost gum, the tree that used to have the nod caps in it.
Yeah, I thought you said ghost gun, and it really threw me off.
No.
Okay. Sorry.
And yeah, you reach the ghost gum, and all of these there's all of these like thick thorny brambles that have all like gone, like died and gone and dried out. And the ghost gum itself has like no leaves on it. It's just this big white shape with branches going up into the sky. A small flock of white. Oh yeah, no, a flock of little corellas have nested in amongst the top there. And as you approach, you hear them like chattering, and you like you're like suddenly like that like after all of the adrenaline has dropped, you're like, oh gosh, sleepy. And yeah.
In keeping with the Wikipedia thing, I'm looking up all these Australian terms. Little corellas are also known as blood-stained cockatoos.
Yeah, I have never heard that term.
I'd like to know why. And also, I mean, we can just use that in the game here.
Is it because they tear each other apart in the sky?
Oh,
No.
I mean,
Oh right, yeah.
guess they've got a bit
Bloodstained
of red
cockatoo or
around.
bear-eyed cockatoo. Yeah, right. They're not. They're not red. They're not. That's weird.
I see a few pictures, and they have red. It looks like kind of around the beaks, so
A
it
little
might be
bit.
like it looks
They
like
do
it
have
was,
a little bit
yeah.
of red around the beak. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But like compare and contrast with like, is it the Gang cockatoo?
Have you seen a red vulture before?
I've seen the one that is like Gang cockatoo has like like big red top, right? Like compare that to. Anyway, yes, I've seen like a bunch of weird vultures.
Well, welcome to Bird Talk. Your
You should,
your,
yeah. I mean,
your weekly Splintering Wheel intermission halftime show.
yeah, right. But yeah, so
We're
there's
your roost for feathery discourse. Sorry.
There's this flock of corellas sitting in the tree as you approach, and like and yeah, and like dusk blows in on that on that pointy wind. Yeah. You can continue. You can press forward if you want. You can. This is like the next like landmark you come across. So.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably a good place to make camp. What do other people think? Like,
Yeah, I
I
think
mean-
like this is a good time fictionally to make camp. I think.
Awesome.
What time of day is it? Do we still have
It's
daylight?
you've been traveling, so it's late. Like so, the game makes the assumption that travel tends to start in like the mid-morning, and goes for like a 6-hour period.
Okay.
So it's like 4-ish, which means that you could go another 6 hours into like 10 o'clock at night.
Nah, let's make camp.
That's the general way that I do the kind of like timing for these sorts of things. So that's why if you do one travel and then camp, you get we have enough time to make camp. Whereas if you do another, it's 10 o'clock at night, you don't have a lot of time, so you don't get that bonus.
Yep. All right. Does anyone want to be camp leader?
Everyone just
I think
point at
Ro-
Carrie.
Ro
Sorry.
can make camp.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, he is a fire starter,
Yeah.
a twisted
I was
fire
gonna say
starter.
twisted fire starter. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Do you want to settle into rest in an unsafe area? And
Sure. So we have extra.
I should
we have time in the day.
rephrase unsafe area to outside of town, right? Like, realistically.
So we have time. Is everyone chowing down?
Yes.
What are them rations?
Yes.
Has everyone got rations to
Okay.
eat? Cool. Great. Excellent.
All right. So rolling with +2.
A 6 and a 1. So that's a 9 total.
Yeah.
Can this roll be helped?
Yes, it can be. If you can explain how you're helping make camp.
What
So, like,
what does it look
so-
like
so-
Rose making?
So Road said that they were mostly focusing on the fire. So the point here is, fictionally, everyone attends to their own needs, but the camp leader and anyone helping are people who are doing things like that are for the collective. If
Yeah.
you're so like collecting
I
firewood
think-
or building a fortification or
So I think Ro has collected a bunch of those brambles and has set them a short distance away from the tree and lit them on fire. And he has scaled up the tree and, made a little nest. But the the non-tree dwelling members of the party still need places to sleep. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well,
maybe
I think
an
it would
angle.
like clearing some of the bramble to make sleeping space is probably a really good way to help. So.
Yeah, Marlo. First of all, makes a small pit for the fire, so it's not just on open ground, and then gets toward clearing the brambles as well
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
with the shovel.
So do you want to reroll that one? That is a 1.
Can more than one person help?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as you can
Um,
fictionally explain what it is you're doing.
See, I had two ideas. Either I can go around and help people set up their stuff because I figure I'm small and me taking care of me is a relatively quick affair. So it's like, let me help you get your bedroll situated and find you a good spot to put everything down. Or I could, kind of play music and stuff to keep spirits high and keep people moving quickly and that sort of thing.
You know any songs about radishes?
I do now. I just wrote one.
Yeah, if you're like, music would certainly help the camp. So yeah.
Okay.
Do you wanna
Probably not a song about radishes, though. That might be a touch demoralizing.
try- Too soon. Too soon.
This one's called Radishes Will Make You Feel Badishes. Let's go.
All right, do you want to reroll that? All right, cool. That gets us up to a 10. Excellent. So, if you make camp where you can hear the where you can hear the burbling of corellas, there is an additional option for camp, which is you may gather rumors from your dreams.
What? That's rad. That's real good.
That is really cool. So that replaces the usual sort of potential options.
No, it's another option on the list. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah. It just
So-
it
so-
doesn't
so-
replace them. It just gets added onto the list of possible things. Yeah.
Yeah.
That you can choose from.
Okay. And we each get to pick 2, right?
Yep.
Okay. Does anybody want to hear a story from me?
Sure.
Crap.
I like
Okay.
stories.
Who wants to be the? So here's the thing: multiple people can actively listen to the story from
Melly.
Melly, but Melly can only give the XP to one person. But multiple people can give the XP to Melly for telling it. If that, you know what I mean. So
Hmm. Okay. Well, so I think Melly's going to sit down and tell the story of how she got these little pipes that she plays in the first place, and the weird old man in the woods who interacted with her instead of trying to kill her, and apparently he used to be a musician, but his hands didn't work well anymore, so he had me play music for him. And then um, the day that Melly realized she loved this guy as like a family member, she went to go play for him the song that she had learned and like written herself and refused to play it beforehand. She went to go play it for him, but he was dead already.
Aw.
who is it that is like the that you're focusing this storytelling towards?
I think she feels this a little bit of closeness to Marlowe since he kind of plucked her out of danger. So it's kind of one of those like,
Yeah.
hey friend, this is me trying to, I guess, open up to a possible other friend.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So Marlo, you mark an XP.
Yeah. And I think that also looks like Marlo. Actually, I've been wanting to do something with the season ever since we decided what it is. What is it? Whisperfront?
Whistlefront. Yeah.
Whistlefront. I think all Marlo says is, yeah, Whistlefront is a tough time for love, and then kind of like stares off a little bit into the distance, but doesn't share any more than that. But
yeah, cool. So you giving an XP to, cool. So Melly, you mark XP.
Okay.
Awesome.
So
Carrie. Oh, go ahead.
Yep. Oh, I was just going to say, Lyak was going to share a story as well.
Okay. I think Ro will be listening.
Okay. Yeah. So first of all, I'll just physically describe Lyak since I haven't had a chance to. So yeah, she's fairly short and slim in her late teens. She's got sort of shoulder length pink hair, like just bright pink. And she's wearing very unusual clothing. It's like a gothic Lalisa style. You know, black lacy dress, striped tights, etc. It's very unusual for this part of the world, and she carries a plush bunny with her everywhere. Just this pink plush bunny, which she just almost always holds onto, like it has some sentimental value to her. But yeah, she's going to be telling the story of how she got here. So yeah, so she tells this story of like being from a very different town, where technology, like everything was technology based there. It was a small town, but the elders wouldn't, you know, it was just a closed off town, like big walls around the outside, and nobody was allowed outside what they called the valley. And so yeah, she so yeah, they've got a taboo on magic there, but she was discovered to have potential for magic at a young age, not by anyone in authority, but a friend of the family, a bit of a mentor who had been dabbling in magic himself, sort of discovered that she had talent and trained her in secret. And and they managed to keep it secret for a long time, but she eventually was a bit careless with her desire to find out more about the outside world and why she wasn't allowed beyond the walls. So she she did some stuff she shouldn't have and attracted attention from the Inquisitor, who hunts down magic users. And long story short, he killed her mentor, and she fled in a high-speed chase through a portal, which took her to a nearby. She was very disoriented at the time, so she doesn't know where it was that she entered. Sorry, where it was she came out. But yeah, she's she crashed a vehicle into a barn that the lizard scaring a lizard folk family that lived in it, and basically just made it out on foot and stumbled into Beta. And yeah, she's trying to find out how to get back, but at the same time isn't sure she wants to go back.
So yeah, I think when Layak finishes telling her story, she can see the glowing tapetum lucidum eyes of Ro in the tree, and he sort of creeps out onto a branch and says, "That sounds a lot like where I'm from, except everyone was dead where I'm from. So I guess it's a little bit different in that respect."
Yeah, we didn't have anyone that looked like you there.
What a shame. I'm fantastic.
Although you could use a bath or a shower.
You keep using that word. What's a shower?
It's like a small amount of rain that comes out of a pipe. Do you know what a pipe is?
Of course.
Yeah.
I do make things.
But yeah, it's like a small rain cloud above you, basically, and it washes you, and you get clean. I can't believe you don't have them here.
I live in a tree.
Yeah, I suppose you have to wait for actual nature showers then.
I mean, Marrow grooms me. I think it's preening, actually, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm trying to work out where I am and trying to understand the strange ways of this culture. Like it's everything's very weird. Like I haven't seen a single gun since I got here, and you all wave around these big knives, and things are made of wood instead of metal.
Oh.
It's strange.
I know that one. Those big knives, they're called swords.
Oh, okay.
My sword's a tooth.
Okay, so big teeth then.
Look.
Yeah.
Cool. You granting each other an XP?
Okay.
So for number 2, fuck me up with those good bird dreams.
Roll plus whiz.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the weird bird dreams train as well.
Mm-hmm.
So because I listened to to Melly's story as well. Is that my second?
Okay, so then that's 2 actions. Yeah. So
Yep.
So Melly, because you were Melly, you got an XP from Layak as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep, no worries. So what I'm going to be doing instead of sleeping, so this is separate from a camp action.
Yeah.
I'm going to use when the stars align, which means basically I lie under the open sky, and instead of healing, I can stay up all night reading the stars for a prophecy.
Okay, so I would think that's a camp action, because healing is a camp action in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you want to not listen to
that's-
melee, you're
Do you want to
welcome
ungive me an XP? I mean, I'll never forgive you, but it's your choice.
Wow. No. I mean, I've made my decision, so I'll stick
Yeah.
with it. And
because it's for specifically instead of healing, right? And like healing is a thing
Yep.
that happens as a result of a camp action. So
Yep. I misunderstood that. No worries.
That's cool. All right. Let me.
I got a 10.
Yeah, I saw.
Eee.
Cool. Let me have a look here. So, I think. Well, yeah. You dream of you and you dream of yourself, and Ro fleeing from Marrow, who is like giant. Marrow is for some reason like the size of like an elephant and chasing you. And to like hide from Marrow, you run into these reeds, and then realize that the reeds are water, and it's actually a river flowing swiftly, and the two of you start to drown. And as you are like just about to like finally pass out from the water, running into like engulfing you, you see yourself. Yeah, okay, cool, that's right.
Sorry, just like
No, that's
graphic
cool.
descriptions of drowning, or
Yeah,
a little
no, that's
bit.
fine. Do you see Marrow on one side of the river, and Marlowe on the other, and you which of the two do you reach out for to like to pluck you out of the river? I think Marlowe's face is a weird skull.
Okay,
no,
I'm
Marlowe's
gonna.
face is a radish skull. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna not for that one.
So yeah, like do you reach out to Marlowe, reach out to Marrow, the weird bug thing, the like
The huge bug?
yeah, huge pill bug. Like either of them, they're both offering to like pull you out of the water, or do you let yourself like float off down the stream?
Oh no. Float.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, and like the sound of the of like the river running, like turns into the burbling of the birds in the tree as you wake up.
Okay.
Yeah, cool, awesome. You get a +1 forward to act on that being a helpful vision of the future.
Okay.
Cool. Darren. Ro dreams of like sitting in Beta and looking down and like you've got like arms and legs, but really you're a barrel. You are a barrel, and you are full of like white, grainy powder or something. And you reach in, and you like eat a handful of this white grainy powder, and then you dry up into a husk and die.
Okay.
You can ask one follow-up question if you want.
Ask what the fuck?
Have I seen this powder before?
It's salt. You recognize like coarse grainy salt.
That's what I
Huh. Okay.
So what you're saying is Ro is really salty.
I don't know.
Ro fears being salty.
Oh yeah.
Marlo has one more action, I think.
Yeah, Sorry, I leveled up as well, so I've been looking for what to do for that. But for the camp action, so I've already listened to Melly's story. I kind of want to remove it. Nah, my abilities are intelligence and charisma right now, so when we're out in the field, those aren't so important. I think I'm just going to rest soundly and take +1 forward.
Cool, excellent, sounds good. So your first check for the day will be at +1. Excellent. So yeah, in the morning, you're woken by the sound of the Corellas, like all leaving in a flock. And yeah, the sun peers through the canopy of the forest around you, curiously, as if it's not sure about today.
So one thing of note, Lykes Bunny has been carefully deposited right beside her, and Ro and Marrow have snuggled up in their place.
Nope, that wouldn't have happened. I would have been using the bunny as a pillow.
Aww. Okay, that's still adorable.
Then he is snuggled up somehow into your belongings.
Into your personal space. Yep. Great. You wake up to the smell of like weird whole person.
He has cleaned himself.
Great.
With water or just
Water.
I mean, mouth water, yes.
No, regular water.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
And a little bit of, preening and bug grooming, but mostly the water.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome.
Lyax just going to assume that's just how people do things here, maybe? She's not going to question it for now. Just doesn't want to look like she, doesn't know how things work, and just faking it,
This is normal here.
Yeah. People snuggle. Okay.
Snugs are good.
They are, that's true.
Yeah.
What's the plan, team?
Keep on keeping on.
Yep.
That's who's doing the keep on?
I'll do it.
Cool.
Okay.
So when you set out with a destination in mind, name what you're looking for, and ask the GM how much progress you'll need.
We want to go to the site of that crashed caravan. The raided caravan.
You will need 2 progress.
Okay.
Yep. And I think, we've got the +1 mounted, +1 folklore.
Yep.
Rumors.
Mm-hmm. Cool. 9.
Dang it.
I'm min-maxing.
There is a 1 in there if you want help.
Mm-hmm.
What does help look like?
Well, Ro does have an extensive collection of maps in his metal-bound book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like, this is kind of like what we're talking about. It's not of the current place, but like,
Yeah, I mean, like he's got the burned warehouse and the bone zone, and we're kind of triangulating our position from there.
yeah, sounds good. Awesome. Well, you can reroll one of those dice if you'd like, Aaron. Would you like to reroll the 6 or the 1?
I'm gonna do the 1 this time.
Just checking.
But Aaron, XP.
That gets you up to an
Got
11.
an 11. Oh, almost got a 12.
Almost got a 12. Awesome. So on a 10 plus, you make 1 progress, and the GM will tell you what that looks like. Where am I? Cool. Yeah. So you make your way. You make your way through the forest, and as you're doing so, the dirt goes from like, very. Is the word I want loamy? I think
Yeah.
that's the one.
Kind of.
Yeah, loamy to being more sandy.
Okay.
And there are like more succulents in the undergrowth.
Cool.
And yeah, as you're going, I think there's like this weird bit in the middle of the day where the sharp wind just stops, and like suddenly the air is full of like tiny little flying midges, like fruit flies or something. The air is suddenly full of them, and then after a few minutes, and you're like driving along the motorbikes, being like, ah, yeah, ah, right, like, because you're just flying into them, and then like a few minutes later, the wind picks up again, and suddenly they're gone. By the end of like the middle chunk of the day's travel, you arrive at the edge of the river. Here it is. Here the mud underfoot is kind of like acidic or alkaline. I'm not sure, but there's like the edge of the river like kind of smells, and you immediately recognize the reeds from your dream, but you've been traveling, you've gotten to the river here like at the end of a day's travel, so
Okay, so good job, everybody. Okay, I have a story to tell you, and it's real. So, Marrow, Bug, your friend, Marrow.
Yeah, Ro's gonna hold her up.
It's gonna get real big problem. Marrow's a big problem. Also, the river is bad. We should keep going.
So, I think Ro is looking at oh geez, what's your character's name?
Melly,
Melly, suspiciously, because this information doesn't line up with what he knows. So I think she's too small for him to climb over. So I think he's just going to go up and say, "No, you must be mistaken somehow. Marrow is big, but she's only little and big, and she's cute." Shoves Marrow in Melly's face.
Backs away, probably like stumbles over on something.
No, she eats plants. She's friendly.
Friendly now. Big problem later.
I think I missed it. What exactly is Marrow? A bug?
Marrow is a woodlouse, pillbug.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Slater
yeah.
is what we
Doodlebug.
call him here.
We call them doodlebugs.
Slater, doodlebug. that is the size of a cat, and she has a red ribbon tied around one of her antennae.
Have you seen the deep sea ones?
Yes, I have.
Deep sea isopods? That's exactly what I'm picturing now, because they are actually like the size of a cat. They're awesome.
That size, but still like woodlouse pillbug, because those
Yeah.
are considerably cuter than isopods. Isopods are unnatural horrors.
Wow.
You should get an isopod nano.
Well, I have to go now.
Well, it's been fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Melly's gonna be a bit panicked and probably a little bit like insistent. Like, no, we
Okay. There sounds like there's a danger here, which is like you panic and something bad happens.
that's fair. That's fair.
Sounds like you're defying danger.
Okay.
With wisdom.
Wisdom, intelligence, charisma. What do you feel?
Wasn't intelligence like quick thinking?
Well, yeah. This is what I'm saying. Like, how are you making yourself not panic and freak out? Or do you just panic and freak out?
I think at a certain point, Melly realizes like there are expectations of a performer. You're supposed to be professional at all times, and you can't let people see you crack. So I think she takes a deep breath and like turns around and then like has her little pipes out like she's ready to play for some reason.
Is that charisma?
I think so.
Cool. Let's see what that looks like.
Looks like a 6 still.
She steps backwards
So-
to try and get away from the bug in her face.
Mm-hmm.
She trips over a stick and falls in the river.
You ass.
I was going to ask if you wanted help, but
Oh yeah, no. I think this is real quick. So yeah, you have this moment where like the water goes over your face.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Great.
Yeah.
Gonna-
So I think Ro is right there, and Marrow has climbed onto his mask. So it's just this big looming Marrow standing over you, reaching out to grab you.
God damn it.
self-fulfilling prophecy.
What do you want to do, Aaron?
Float.
Float away? Yeah, cool. That sounds like defying danger with like Constitution or Wisdom. Just
I
calm.
think Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have +1 to this check.
I do, which makes it a 14.
Holy heck.
Wow.
Yeah, you float across to the other side of the river.
You just look absolutely serene. Peace out.
Yeah, just deep breath. I don't like your bug. And then she floats away.
So, do we need to cross the river to continue?
I mean, yes. To continue towards
Like-
your goal, you will have to
Yeah.
cross the river somehow.
Okay.
We got the dirt bikes too.
Yeah.
One
How
of you has
wide is
across
this
the river
river?
already. So convenient.
True. How wide and deep is this river? Do we know from just standing there?
I mean, it runs kind of quick in the middle, which means that it's probably like deeper there. It's near just under 10 meters wide, so like
Yeah.
Okay.
like
I would
25 feet.
Melly, are you still on Marlo's dirt bike? Or no, sorry, you're across the river. I would
welcome.
like to discern realities by driving up and down the river looking for a ford.
That is a great idea.
And while this is going on, Liak's also going to try to open a portal, assuming this is within near range. Like, I'm not sure how wide the river is.
I just want to double check what near means.
Near
It
is
basically
within
means-
sight.
close enough to
Near
see
is
the
like
whites in
whites of
someone's
their
eye.
eyes.
The
Yeah.
whites of their eyes, yeah.
Yeah, near is usually like throw distance, I think, like a good strong throw, and then
If you stood
Far is-
like knee deep, you could make a portal to knee deep on the other side.
Okay, I'll give it a shot after we resolve the discern realize.
Yeah. Do you want to take you got 3 questions there.
Yeah. And also just so I don't forget later, do +1 forward stack? Because I have the one from the camp, and I'll also get it when acting on these answers.
Well, no, this is a 13 now.
Oh, right. Okay, duh. Okay. What?
Because it's specifically for your first check after the camp. So.
Yep. What here is useful or valuable to me?
As a way to get across,
With both of the dirt bikes.
with both
Intact.
the dirt bikes. Wow.
Intact, yeah.
I mean, you find a place where the trees like create like a full archway over the river. That's the best I can give you.
Yeah, that's fair. No like shallow spots, no fords.
This is not the right place to be fording the river.
Okay.
Like the best place to ford the river is at the Bone Zone. As far as any player characters have discovered so far.
Yeah. What should I be on the lookout for?
I think that's when you notice just how like deep and quick it is at the bottom, right? Like you're going up and down, and I think you see something fall into the river, and like it starts off on the edge, and then it gets pulled into the middle and whipped away. And like you saw Melly, like when she floated across, she went like 10 meters across, and like 30 meters downstream. Right, like yeah.
And I want to specify what is about to happen. Marlowe's looking at this log bridge, literally just hands on his hips, sitting next to 2 dirt bikes at this point, looking at the log bridge and pondering if he just tried to drive straight over, what is about to happen.
I mean, you couldn't drive over it. Like that's certainly not a thing that you can do. Like they're trees, right? You could like try and climb over and pull them with you somehow. I don't know, but like if you tried to drive over them, you would crash into a tree.
All right. Oh, so they don't meet in the middle. It's not like a nice tree bridge. It's just trees.
There are trees
Relatively
making
close.
that go and create like an archway over, but they're not like low, and like they go up first. They have trunks, and then their branches create like an overhang. I don't know if you have like the image I have in my head that I'm referencing here is like when you're in a road down through like a forest, and all of the trees create like an archway over the road. It's that thing.
Okay. I have an elaborate plan that I get +1 forward to. I have rope and wire from that tripwire that
Excellent.
I snagged. So I'm gonna. Can I draw something on the beta map, or do you want to switch
to switch you to another one?
Yeah. I want to quick draw something rather than explain it.
Yeah. Carrie, do you want it to be unstable or unsafe?
Let's go with unstable, so we can at least get one bike through. Because you're saying like a bike counts as a single person for this.
Yep. So you want to try and like push a bike through instead of a person? Yeah.
Yeah. So perhaps Ro, if like I say to Ro, okay, I've got a doorway, but only one person can go through, or one. It'll only take one thing before it collapses. So do you want to swim across the other side, and you and Melly help? We'll pass the bike through, and you and Melly help sort of carry it back to the riverbank.
I'm not really a big swimmer, but I guess I can try.
Holy shit! I'm so impressed with your dirt bike.
Thank you. I'm amazed as well that I got it looking like a dirt bike.
Wow. That's like an actual dirt bike. My God.
Wait, you forgot to draw the 13 school buses. Hold on.
Oh my God. This was not turning into an Evil Knievel thing, but I kind of want it to now.
I thought you were going to like wire and then like just floor it and then at some point cut it and hope you sailed to the other side.
Are you drawing school buses in Aaron?
So this feels like Defy Danger to me, but I'm not sure. Like,
Yeah, this sounds like Defy Danger with intelligence, based on what I think this is happening.
If you fail, you follow the plan.
We're talking about my plan right here, or because I think it's funny if Marlowe starts doing this and then turns around and sees that there's already a bike that's been teleported across the river. So how did that go? How did that part of the plan?
You've got this like this door open to the other side of the river, and like you can see it like slowly sinking into the mud. And like you've only got a moment to get one thing through. It can be a person or a bike or whatever.
Well, I mean, my thinking was like it wasn't that it was about to collapse. It was just that I could tell that it was unstable and would only take one thing, like that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That
basically it would pop as soon as something went through.
Yeah, well, my feeling is like unstable means it's going to break down. You've only got time to really get one thing through.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of my that's my interpretation. I mean, there's what I'm not saying there's a time limit here, right? I'm just like that's like the reasoning for why it's why it's not, right? Like the two versions of the thing are
okay. Well,
this
I mean,
is so elaborate.
I was envisioning needing Marlowe to help me lift it through anyway.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
and
you've got time for that. That's fine.
Okay, all right.
There's no like actual time rush, but yeah, like.
Okay, I think I've got it. So you wanted Ro and Melly on the other side to get the bike when you pushed it through, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I think Ro has to get across fast. So I think he just sort of breathes out a gout of flame around himself and just charges along the bottom of the river. So I think that's Defy Danger with intelligence.
Yeah, I would say that let's check the rules.
You're a steamboat.
Because I was thinking that's how he either that or con, because that's
it sounds like con to me. That's what I was going to say.
Okay, that's actually better for me because no, they're the same. Anyways, con, yeah. So 13.
Wow,
cool,
nice.
Awesome. You emerge on the other side with like a fish and like a handful of yabby.
Sorry, a handful of what?
What's American for yabby? Crawfish?
Crayfish or
crawfish?
Yeah.
Crawfish.
Like crawfish?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yabby in Australian.
Huh. I didn't know those
Now
existed
I know.
either. Interesting.
You mostly find them in like creeks and dams. Yeah.
Do you eat them?
Yes.
I think they're technically a
when y'all say put a shrimp on the barbie, that's not really like we'll put a prawn on the barbie, but we also do a lot of we do a lot of we eat a lot of yappies as well, or at least where I'm from,
or at least some people do. I don't.
Spicy and boiled is the way to go.
Sorry, I grew up in the country, so. Yep. Cool. So yeah, you make it across with like a crawfish and an actual fish. You're muted as well.
They are of course in his mouth. And yeah,
you shove them in your craw.
Yes, and he's gonna wave Melly over. Marrow is securing like his bag or something, and he's gonna bring the bike through with Melly's help.
Cool. Awesome. So yeah, one of the bikes is already on the other side, as are two of your party members. Marlo.
Yeah. So who's on my side still?
Lyak.
Lyak, yep.
Okay, so if we look at this diagram, I think this is like something Marlo has like scratched in the dirt or like carved into a tree with Snitta's dagger, because it's a little complex. But anyway, if we look at number one here is to tie both the rope that he has and the wire that he has to the bike. Number 2 is he scales up the tree sort of to the middle, finds a secure branch, and ties the wire to it. And then the bike is still on the shore at this, or maybe not quite on the shore. I think this is where Lyak comes in and like is able to like get it partway up the tree. Marlo goes over here to position number 3 and pulls it across, swinging on the rope to where he can grab it.
I mean, yeah, this sounds like you're defying danger with intelligence.
Yep.
The danger being the bike falls in the river.
Yep. Lyak, are you prepared to help with this harebrained scheme that doesn't involve teleportation?
Yep. So it looks like my role would be to just help hold the bike until it's ready to be swung.
Yep, that sounds like it.
Okay.
And also to position the school buses. Can you drive a large vehicle?
We're gonna need you to portal those in if you could, and make it snappy.
I can give it a try. I've seen buses before.
All right.
I got a 6 and a 1. Would you like to help? Yeah,
Sorry?
I rolled 6 and 1.
So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm helping. So
Awesome.
4.
Still a 9.
That's a 9. All right. So let me have a look at. Where's that camera? Lyak, while you're holding it, some part of your clothing or gear like hooks you onto it.
Oh no.
If Marlo pulls that rope, you're going in the drink.
Marlo, wait a moment.
Yeah, I hear you. He's like ready to pull.
So
I mean, you could just unhook whatever piece of gear it is. Like you can say what piece of gear it is from your inventory and say like that goes in the river instead.
no.
So you currently so like fictionally, you're currently like leaning. You got one hand on a tree. You're leaning, trying to like hold up a dirt bike that is like tied into the tree. You don't have a lot of free hands, and you're like literally over the river.
Yeah. I don't really want to part with any of my stuff. So what's the alternative? Like
Try and swim when you fall in.
Does it have to be one of those, or can we just abandon this plan?
You can abandon this plan. Yes, that's also a thing you can do.
Yeah, I think if Marlo sees that Lyak is struggling and about to fall in, he's like, okay, just bring it back. Bring it back. We can try something else. He looks a little disappointed, but he comes back over the river and unties the bike.
Ash, how soon until I can try another portal?
You can roll it right now. That's fine.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure. Like
there is nothing on the move that says you can't
narrative.
There's nothing that says you can't just do that as much as you like.
Okay. I guess because we're not in combat or anything.
I mean, even if you're in combat, you can just keep fucking spamming it. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Okay. I might try another portal and see if we can make that happen. Oh hell yes.
Nice.
So a stable portal appears and.
So why is it so much easier this time? Or better?
Because you saw how stupid this kind of stuff is without portals.
There's less row smell.
I think perhaps like I just initially I wasn't sure if I could do it, and then I did, and that kind of made it easier the next time. Like to
You're building on
So,
your previous experience of this
yeah.
space. Yeah.
yes, I've got a better feeling for the space, and perhaps if like if I'm summoning it in the same place as the first one, it's already made it easier to do
I
the
think
second.
there's definitely a thing of like it's hard to summon a portal like across the river because there's a space that's moving in the middle, and that's like, and now that you know to like compensate for that,
Yep.
that helps it as well. So
Yep.
so
Okay.
Marlo, you get back and like is like put like collected herself and just been like portal.
Well, that's excellent.
I'm so interested in this because like we had a technological answer, right? And Laicus was like, okay, the technology isn't working. Magic.
Yeah. I'm starting to learn sometimes technology is not the answer for everything.
Mm.
That maybe the elders, maybe the elders were wrong about some of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Back in my mercenary days, we would have killed to have someone like you in our squad.
I'm glad I could help. What's a squad?
Have you heard of a squid?
What's a squid?
I love
It's
the
like
fact
a
that
squid,
we're
but
having
each
this
of the
talk on other
tentacles
side
is
of
a
the room.
person.
We're like getting back on the dirt bikes and totally misunderstanding each other.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So yeah, so like on the other side of the river, it's like by this point in the afternoon, it's that point where you have to like kind of make the decision whether to camp or go for another travel.
Is it one more progress to the goal?
You're one progress away. Yep.
Does anyone need to camp?
Don't need to.
No, but it might be best to reach the salt flats when it's like daytime. Actually, it might be better to reach the salt flats at night. Be less, boiling hot.
Mm-hmm. Still flat.
Well, I mean, we can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
It'll also be salt.
Salt's good.
I say we go for it.
Okay.
Cool. Who's
these-
leading the way? Sounds like Ro is leading the way this time.
Do these bikes have headlights?
No.
Okay, then that's how Rose was leading the way. With big flamey balls. for
Are you
lighting.
summoning a burning brand?
And here's the lewd.
Oh god
Oh
damn
my
it,
gosh.
Jerry.
Time for the interlude.
Are you
I think
summoning a
that-
flaming brand? Because that's what it sounds like.
I think this is just how he's leading the way.
Okay, yeah, cool, awesome, that's fine. Right. Shall we? Actually, let's go to break and we can come back and do that travel afterwards because we're about on time. So let's do that. We'll be back
Yeah.
in a minute.